So we have spoken some about the dangers of extrapolating, taking the word of God and then taking it the extra step and believing that actually that extra step has the same authority as the word of God. That extra step being our opinion, our conclusion, our extrapolation with the word of God beyond what it actually says. And from a relatively simple verse in John 21, we have come far, and I have mentioned some things that I faced in my ministry. One of the things that I had met is that some people believed that they should never say anything negative. Well, definitely to the pastor, because the pastor cannot hear it, doesn't want to hear it. So this is interesting. Where does this come from? Well, it comes from James 3, because we teach about James 3, which is, filled with sins of the tongue, like we make mistakes with our tongue. Okay, so James 3, I think 6 is a great example of this. It says, "And the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that defiles the whole body, and sets on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire of hell." So, like, our tongue can be a real problem. Like in anger we say stupid stuff, or in envy we say destructive stuff, or you understand, our tongue can be nasty. So we teach about this, and then people look at that, and then they extrapolate beyond, and they say, okay, so the pastor doesn't want to hear anything negative. So when I talk with him about my marriage, I'm just gonna lie to him. I'm just gonna say to him nice things about my marriage, even though my marriage is in shambles. But I'm just gonna lie to him. When we talk about how the ministry is going in the church, he just wants to hear the good things, which is crazy. Which is oh. What are you talking about? Really? Like I'm not, like, how can I help your marriage if you don't tell me that there's a problem? Maybe even so I can't, but at least I'll be able to pray for you for the things that you're struggling with. But anyways, the idea, because we have spoken against negative speech, gossiping, maligning, destroying other people, gossiping about others. We have spoken about this a lot. So people got the idea that we are like afraid of negative news, of bad news. We don't want to hear anything, which is crazy, because that's not what the Word of God is talking about. It is saying to us that we need to guard our tongue. We need to be careful with what we say, and not just allow ourselves to like spew out anything that comes to mind, whether live or in comments on the internet. But instead, Colossians 4:6. Let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that you may know how you ought to answer every man. So let you have gracious words, okay? Let you have words that minister grace to the hearers. So that's a greater challenge. Now, it's not about lying about, how everything is great, how are you? Everything is great, everything is great. Yeah, and now I'm gonna go home and hang myself, but everything is great, Pastor. That's like, please don't do that. It's like, sure, minister grace with your words, but that's a greater challenge than this pretending. Okay, and I believe it all came from, well, much of it came from just the wrong kind of extrapolation, wrong kind of carrying it to a distance where it wasn't meant to be. Ephesians 4:15 is a great pointer for us, but speaking the truth in love. So we are to speak truth. This is important, but we want to speak it in love, not destructively, not gossiping about others, not telling the latest about people. This is not interesting to us. We need to guard our tongue, no question. Those messages were not an accident, and I wish more people had heeded what we actually talked about. But however those messages went, this is a crazy extrapolation where we are, Christians should never admit to anything negative. That is a naughty idea. Of course, bad things happen, and of course I can say, listen, I'm really going through it. I need your prayer. Listen, my marriage is in trouble. oh, can you just sit with us and pray with us or talk to us or whatever, like that needs to be there, that possibility. And of course it's there. Of course it's not like you say something negative and the pastor will go, oh no, please don't, like, I'm so scared of it. That's like not real. So anyways, that's just an interesting thought, I think, about the dangers of this, that we carry it to a distance where it wasn't meant to go, and then it damages our lives, damages our fellowship, damages our communication. So God bless you with that, and God bless you in your day with the Lord.